Hey everybody, ZachFurnace92 here with a different kind of video for you guys. Last time I did this was almost 2 years ago, and the quality of it's pretty terrible, so I definitely don't recommend watching it. If you want to, it's still up from 2016. But this is going to be a top 10 list for personally to me, this is my personal own list. The top 10 most underrated video games that I've personally played. I've played video games ever since I was young. I had an N64, PlayStation 1, and a Game Boy Color to start out with when it comes to gaming. And from then onward, I played several consoles and several games, and I love a lot. And especially some that unfortunately get so much hate, and I just don't understand why. Not sure. I mean, some is just because it either didn't sell well, or some people just thought it was different from another part of this game series that it belonged to in the first place. I'm not going to do that rule I did in the first video where I stuck with one per franchise. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pick whichever games I think personally are underrated and some that I truly love that I wish didn't get hate. Some of the games I wish I had still to put on the list, but all the ones on my list I do have them either physically or digitally. But I'm going to start off with a game that, oh dear, my lighting just went down. A game that came packaged with the console when it first launched in 2012. If you're not sure what it's going to be for, it should be pretty obvious that I said it. It's going to be for Nintendo Land for the Wii U. This came packaged with the deluxe set of the Wii U back in 2012. The one with 32 gigabytes, and it was black system, colored system. There were two sets of Wii U's when it first came out. I think it was like an 8 gigabyte storage Wii U that was white. That was actually more rare than the deluxe edition, which I actually have of the Wii U when it first came out. This was a game that launched with it, and I thought this was probably the best pack-in title for a system in a long time. Trying to think if there's any other pack-in system games. I'd say since probably Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo, because I can't really think of any console since then that came with a really good pack-in title. Wii Sports was great, but it definitely wasn't the most entertaining game to me at all times. I think the only games I really played were either baseball, boxing, or bowling. That's it. I don't care for golf. I can't remember for the life of me right now what the fifth game was. Let's see, it was tennis. Yeah, that's it. Tennis. It wasn't an alright game. But Nintendo Land, to me, brought it up to the next step, kind of like celebrating Nintendo's line of franchises that had several kind of games. I've unboxed this on my channel when it launched back in 2012. These were all the games. This is actually my original copy that came with the system. This game's been played a lot since I got it. My friends loved this game. My family loved it. We played it so many times. Now that I've played my Wii U since it launched, and I still use it all the time, the poor Wii U gamepad is getting all scratched up and marks all over from either me dropping it by accident or my family members. Man, this thing's durable. But this comes with a variety of minigames. Let's see, there's team up section, there's a battle mode, battle it out section, and a go solo section. For the team up, they have the Legend of Zelda Battle Quest, where your characters, you get to choose between Archer for the gamepad player, or you get to be a swordsman for the Wiimote player. But you had to make sure you have Motion Plus built in with at least most of them. This one requires it. This game was amazing. You would go through like these automated stages where you don't get to walk; it walks for you, but you get to do a full range motion mini game with your friends, playing as Link in different colors, using the Master Sword. Just like in Skyward Sword. Okay, almost exactly like Skyward Sword. In Skyward Sword, you would have to actually hold it up, and it would start gleaming, and then charge a shot, to do a beam, a little beam that you'd shoot out from the Master Sword. But in this game, you actually can hold it still in any direction, it'll charge it up, and just slice and do a spin attack. It was a really fun game, a lot of challenges later on too. My favorite of all of these, is the Pikmin Adventure. This actually made me really excited to play Pikmin 3 even more than I already do. I love Pikmin 3. It is my favorite Pikmin of the series. But when it comes to mini games with Pikmin Adventure is amazing. I really like the idea of using the gamepad to control where you toss the Pikminet. Just similar to Hey Pikmin, but Hey Pikmin was a side-scroller version. I like Hey Pikmin. It's unfortunately underrated too. But then there's also Metroid Blast. That's probably another fantastic one. You need to use motion control for that, Motion Plus for it. Where players with the Wiimotes get to be Samus Aran on the ground, and you get to point and shoot either the opponents that are on the ground or the one in the air, or you can team up. It was a very fun game, and the person with the gamepad gets to be Samus in the airship. Samus's spaceship. I cannot remember if it's airship. I could be wrong. I could be right. Then there was for the Battle It Out, which is kind of like the all for one kind of game almost. Oh no, it's like one person against a group of others. Where one of them's Mario Chase, one of them's Mario running around, has the most speed of the 4 characters, but then there's Toad who gets to tackle them to the ground. Sometimes there'll be obstacles like mud, slides, and they're just one big open area with a lot of hiding spots. Then there was Luigi's... Stop turning off light. There we go. Then there was Luigi's Ghost Mansion, which is based off the Luigi's Mansion series. It's pretty much where the person has the gamepad gets to be the ghost, hiding around, charging behind the characters in the game. Which the people holding the Wiimotes who have the flashlights could be either Luigi, Mario, Wario, and Waluigi color-wise. And it was really cool, where the person with the gamepad can sneak around, grab them, knock them out, and then the other team has to either revive them after they lose all their lives. They have a certain time limit, too, to get them all. You can also charge, as the ghost, both the ZL and ZR buttons at the same time to charge up a meter. If it fills all the way up, you can disable the hunters' lights if they accidentally run into the circles that are on the ground after you use the attack. It was a really fun game. That's my favorite one of the 1 versus 4. Then there's the Animal Crossing Sweet Day. That is where you are these creatures trying to collect all these candies around the stage, and depending on how many players you have, it'll change up the gameplay. If you have, I think, only like 2 or 3 people to play with, instead of like 5, which is pretty much the 4 players with the Wiimotes and then the gamepad. Then that's when you have to collect as many as you can. I think it's like up to 30 for more than 2. I think when it was like just 2, I think that's when they use the collect them and then put them into this little, kind of like little hole. It's kind of weird. But anyway, then there was the Yoshi Fruit Cart, which is drag the stylus around on a screen to a certain part of the fruit, and it's nice on all, I guess. Then there's the Octopus Dance, which is my least favorite. You just mimic what the other character does. Then here's another really good one, Donkey Kong's Crash Course. Use the gamepad to steer Donkey Kong's little cart, collecting bananas, solving through puzzles to get through the stage. It's really amazing. Then there was Tokomaru's Ninja Castle, where you use the gamepad to throw the ninja stars at these little targets, and it was really awesome. Here's another really good one, the Captain Falcon's Twister Race, where from, I believe, the gamepad view has like an overhead view, and then on a screen you have the third-person view to turn Captain Falcon into these races. It was really nice. Overall, this game, sorry if I went too far into detail, this game is just so good. If you don't have a Wii U, it's a fantastic console, and I really wish Nintendo would stop porting all the games on from this system to that, because that just makes me feel like I wasted my money, and I don't want to say that because the Wii U is my all-time favorite console. Someday I'll make a list for that. But really, really good game. Sorry if I went to too much detail. I just really hate that people don't like the games that I adore. Another one is debatable for a lot of people. It's actually digital, so I'm going to have to swap you over to the screen. Yooka-Laylee is on another list. Yooka-Laylee, I think, is such an underrated game. Really nice visuals. I wouldn't say perfect, but for an indie-developed game, it was really amazing. I mean, if they had more of a budget, then I think they would have done better. There's a lot of things I think they could have improved on, but I still think it's a really nice game. It's very underrated. It gets hate just because it's not like Banjo-Kazooie to the T. And I think that's very unfair for the developers and for the game itself. So the next one on my list is Mario Tennis Ultra Smash for the Wii U. This game is actually really nice. It looks beautiful. The game plays just fine. There's not many characters to select. I can see the bad part about that there isn't really many more modes than the standard and the Mega forms, where you can actually get a Mega Mushroom and be huge and get extra power when swinging. But it's overall a nice game. I mean, it's been rolled back a lot in price. I think I only paid $25 for this. But it is a really underrated game. You can even use Amiibo for it. I can't remember what you could use it for, though. I don't really use my Amiibo too much. I pretty much just collect them. And for some games, I put them in, like Mario Maker and Mario Kart 8. But such an underrated gem. I really liked it. I don't think it's the best Mario Tennis game ever. But I think it is definitely an underrated one. And I'm really excited for Mario Tennis Aces. I'm going to keep that one beside me. Let's see if I can find where I put it. Ah, there it is. Alright. Going to have to switch screens because I put it on a different screen mode. It's a digital game as well. This game came out, I believe, in 2013 or something like that. Let's see if I can get it. Oh yeah. If there's any music or gameplay from anything, I do not own any of it. It belongs to all the original creators. Here we go. It's going to be there it goes. Oh, so zoomed out. Okay. It's going to be for Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 2. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, just love that song. But anyway, I seriously enjoy Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 2. It looks absolutely visually stunning. They did such a great job with its visuals. They actually improved on what Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1 had in problems-wise. The first one's not bad. I still think it's a good game, and it looks nice. But the sequel just did so much better. They had the ability to use Tails as a partner, and you can jump in midair and have him hold Sonic to get to higher places that either of you have missed. Which, I guess it can be a little OP'd, but it was still a really nice ability to have. See, music was fantastic as well. I really love the stage's designs. I like the animations of how Sonic runs, and overall, I just love that game. I don't understand why the Sonic the Hedgehog 4 series gets hate, because it's so close. It's getting, well, okay, it's not so close. It's not Sonic Mania close. But it is still has its own unique charm that I think deserves more praise than does hate. I don't understand hate for a lot of games, to be honest. To get more lighting, I'll go back to the previous screen. Okay, another one on my list is a game that my friend had when he was younger, and I remember playing it with him a lot. And I found it finally, like I think a year or so ago, in a really good condition. Like, not mint, but I'd say very, very good condition. It's not near mint, but it's very good. Right under that. It's going to be for Zoids Battle Legends for the Nintendo GameCube. This game was an only for the GameCube game, and wish this game would get like a remake or a remaster, because it's based off my favorite Zoid series, which I believe was Zoid's New Century Zero. There was the original Zoids, which was just before this, and it was amazing as well. But I only watched that series and this one, based off the series from this. But Zoids Battle Legends, I might do a retro unboxing for you guys if you want to see it. I would give you more like views, like viewpoints on the inside, because it has the manual and everything, and mint condition on the inside. This game looks great, and I think the only issues I really have with the game is the camera control sometimes can be pretty wonky, and the aiming. Okay, camera or lighting. There we go. Sometimes I think that it can be a tad bit difficult. Sometimes a little bit too much, and it's not that I'm terrible. It's just that some of the enemies and AIs can be a little bit cheap, but other than that, and sometimes the targeting system doesn't work, function perfectly. I think they could fix that if they ever did a remake or a remaster. And Liger Zero has always been my favorite Zoid of them all, from the anime, from the video games. He was just looks so amazing, especially when he uses his strike laser claw. Oh, man, this show. I wish it had only more than 26 episodes, but fantastic game. If you don't have it, it's pretty rare. It actually is like $25 when I get this at my local game store. And online, I think it goes for more if you have a really nice condition. I think it can go around like $30 to $40, which for a not Nintendo made game, and it's based off of just an anime, it's surprisingly higher priced game to find. But definitely worthwhile if you like anime or Zoids or whichever. Alrighty, now we're getting close to the end, halfway point or so. Now, here's a game that came out in 2014, 2013, 1 year off. I just don't understand why this game got hate. I mean, I could see some problems with it, which I wish they would have fixed before releasing, or maybe even after with a patch. Fortunately, they never did, at least with this version of it. It's going to be for Batman Arkham Origins for the Wii U. I am, by you guys know, a gigantic Batman fan, and I mean huge. Batman is my all-time favorite comic book hero, hands down. And thank you, Cars, for doing that. But this actually version of it did not come with the multiplayer mode that the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 versions did not have at the time. But visually, it looked the best. I did a lot of comparisons on YouTube. The Wii U version visually looked stunning, and I still think it looks great today. Batman Arkham Origins is a beautiful looking game. The combat actually is very, very close to Arkham City, but actually improved on, in my personal opinion. I think that the story was really, really good too. I did an unboxing of this a long time ago. It's most likely not in HD, but this game is amazing. It was the third game in the Batman Arkham franchise. It was not made by, I believe, was it Rocksteady? Yeah, Rocksteady did not make this, which is one of the main creators of this franchise, of the Arkham series, because they made Arkham Asylum, City, and Knight, which Arkham Knight is actually my all-time favorite Batman game now. But Origins is such an underrated game. I think the only thing that really keeps it from being perfect would be frame rate. Frame rate drops happen quite often, unfortunately, on the campaign mode. When it comes to the standard challenge maps, it's all right. I guess most of the times it's like 90% it works fine, and there's that 10% where it will drop. But other than that, other than the frame rate, I've honestly had no problems with this game. I think it's an absolutely blast to play this game. I've had glitches and encounters before, but that's with almost every game I play. There's some glitch in some way. But frame rate was the only issue I had with it. Storyline was amazing. The gameplay was fantastic. The visuals were stunning. I just think the skins were pretty cool too. I don't think they were the best in the series. But what was really cool is you could play as both Batman, Bruce Wayne as a separate character, which actually plays similarly to Robin in the other Arkham games. And then there is Deathstroke, who's actually really fun to play as. But Batman Arkham Origins is a fantastic game. If you don't have it, get it. And if you have a Wii U, get it for this console. Trust me, you won't regret this version of it. The multiplayer mode I've heard was even bad anyway from the 360 and the PlayStation 3 version, so I guess I didn't miss out on anything. And the only thing I missed out from is that Nightfall suit from the PS3 version that it's exclusive to that version, which is kind of odd, but I would really like for you guys to try this game out. It is amazing. And next up on my list is a game that came out in 2016, at the very end of the lifespan of the Wii U. It is an underrated gem, and I personally don't understand the hate. It is Paper Mario Color Splash. This game looks so gorgeous in HD. It has such stunning visuals. But that's not the reason why I love it. I love the battle system. I really like the card system. It's a system that everybody hates on because it's similar to Sticker Stars. Sticker Stars to me wasn't even that bad. It has issues for sure, but it's not that terrible. but this one's far better. They've improved it, I think, to where they even have like these special items that you can pull out that look insanely fun to use. I haven't gotten far in it, to be honest. It's not that I don't like it. I just don't have time to play too many games. And when I do, I kind of forget which games I own, and I just kind of look and pick on which one I want to play. Sometimes I'll be in a mood and just grab a game to play. But this game is stunning. Has great humor too. The storyline's decent for a Paper Mario game, but it's pretty much how the world looks alive when it comes to being cardboard and paper. It just looks so good. And something about the humor in this story. It's just so comical, and I think that's what the Paper Mario series thrives on. I think it is so good because of the comical side of the Paper Mario series, because I've been playing Paper Mario since the original. I have Paper Mario 64. Well, it's on the Wii U, Virtual Console. Still counts. It's a fantastic... Paper Mario Color Splash is a very underrated game, and if you don't have it, trust me, you'll actually enjoy it. It has a lot of humor, fantastic gameplay. I really like the card system. I really do. And I don't see how people don't think this is an RPG. It technically is. You do get upgrades. It's to your paint. It's for your paint counter, but still, it's something. And your HP does go up too. But for the more you go, the better the cards will be too. I just really enjoy this game so much. I can't put into words how fantastic that game is. And let's see, don't think I'm forgetting anything. I think the next 3 are going to be my top 3 most underrated. And here we go with my number 3. It's going to be for a franchise that I did talk about in the previous video. But specifically, this game in the franchise had the most hate because it wasn't made by the original creators. Personally, I think they did a fantastic job with this game. I think they did an outstanding job. It's going to be for Sly 4 Thieves in Time, or Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. Either way, you look at it, it's Sly Cooper 4. This came out in 2013? Yes, 2013. I know, is it? Yes, 2013. I was making sure. I thought it was 2014. It was 2013. But this game has amazing visuals. Just as fun gameplay as this original 3 Sly games. Pretty much, it's a few years later in the series, and Sly pretending to have amnesia for Carmelita Fox to stop chasing him, and they kind of start dating. Then he has the urge to steal again, and ironically, the person who he steals from is actually a thief. So in a way, he's still helping. And leaves Carmelita Fox kind of alone and quite irate, and tries to chase after him again like usual. Find out that someone's literally stealing the pages from the Thievius Raccoonus, and they go back in time using Murray's machine, van, with Bentley's time machine. And they have Dimitri's help in the present to keep track of the book, and Carmelita gets thrown into the past somehow, and they have to rescue her. And I believe they eventually... I know I beat this game on the PS Vita. I haven't beaten it on a PS3 version yet, but I have almost done. I have beat it on a PS Vita version. I think they eventually... No, I don't think they actually ever went back together, but they did still like each other, like usual. But Sanzaru Games did a fantastic job with this series, I think. I cannot wait for Sly Cooper 5. If they do the same art style as this, I wouldn't care. And people complained, I don't care. I personally am a Sly fan. I've been a Sly fan since the very original. And speaking of the original, in the last video, I said I had only Sly's 1 and 2 physical copies and in the Sly collection. Since then, I did find a really near mint condition of Sly 3 with manual and everything. So now I actually do have all the Sly main adventures except for the Vita version. And I won't count his spin-offs like being in that PlayStation Heroes and also PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. But Sly Cooper 4 is a fantastic game. plays just like the original 3. They actually brought back the bottles in this game, since they took it out in Sly 3, which was a big disappointment. I love Sly 3, but I really hate the fact that they got rid of the bottles, just like Gerard from The Completionist said in his review. It is Sly 4 is a fantastic game, and I really hope he enjoys this, because I think they did a phenomenal job. And this one thing from Gerard's video, though, I didn't understand why he hates Sly's voice. I think Sly's voice is just fine. It fits him just fine. I think he's comical, like insanely comical. Sly's voice actor is amazing, I think. Same with all the others. The only thing I can really not like in Sly 4, I guess, would be the the frame rate. The frame rate can drop pretty intensely sometimes, but it's not that bad. And I really loved collecting the bottles, going to the new environments. I think they need to make a Sly 5 before the PlayStation 4's life is up, because I want to see Sly 5 in the new, in how it would look like on the PS4, because this is definitely what a PS3 Sly would look like. It looks amazing. I think they could do an even better job with Sly 5. Oh, come on. But tell me in the comments below what you think of this game specifically in the Sly series, because I enjoy it. Next up is a game that it keeps on getting hate. I honestly don't know. Like I said, I don't have a clue why this game got hate. It is fantastic, looks great. It's a little bit easy and kind of short, I guess, but for what it's worth, it wasn't very expensive to begin with in price, but worth it to me. Sonic Forces. This is the Switch version, and this is the bonus edition that came with the skins that I actually did put on my Joy-Cons. Sorry about the lighting, it's terrible in here, but Sonic Forces is a fantastic game. It does not deserve the hate that it got. I really like the fact that for Classic Sonic they brought in the drop dash mechanic from Sonic Mania into it, because it made it a lot better. Because I really liked Classic Sonic in a lot of Classic Sonic games, and even in Sonic Generations, but the drop dash mechanic was something I'm addicted to using. So I'm glad that they brought it back into this game, or put it in. Technically, yeah, we brought it back, I guess. It is short, and it's very easy. But I think the only issue is that it is short to me. That's the only issue. And I do like the create your own character. I actually really like the character that I made too. I don't have Sonic Forces in to show you. At least I don't think. I think I have Mario in it. Yep, Mario's inside it. But I really like the character that I made. I would like to show you that someday of what my character looks like. Had to admit, it looks pretty cool. And I do like the character that you create stages. They're really fun. I think the only issue I had, I guess, in stage-wise, would be using both Sonic and the character in the same stage, just because when I'm trying to attack and trying to boost with Sonic, I can kind of get confused and press the wrong button and keep on falling to my death every single time, and especially trying to do missions, it kind of hurts. But minus, I think and also mechanic-wise, I do miss the Sonic Generations drifts, or Sonic Colors, because I know in Sonic Unleashed, man, they had it in a lot of those games. I wonder why they didn't bring it back. I do miss the turns. I really liked it, and for 3D Sonic. But this game does not deserve the hate it got. I don't understand why this game gets hate. People are saying, oh, it's as bad as Sonic 06 or Sonic Advance for the GBA. People compare it to also Sonic Boom. Personally, I like Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. It's a spin-off game. It's not meant to be a Sonic game. It's kind of more of an adventure kind of puzzle game, not really an actual Sonic. It'll have speed sections in it, but it's not meant to be an actual Sonic game. People are kind of over-exaggerating Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, especially since they patched the game not soon after they released the game itself, so they could fix the frame rate and that bug that I believe was fixed, where Knuckles had infinite jumping or something like that to skip the game. It's so not that bad of a game, but neither is this. Sonic Forces is an amazing game that no one should ever just skip from what reviewers say. It's only like $30 now, I think. Even for this special edition, or bonus edition, and I definitely recommend it. And last but not least on my top 10 list would be a game that came out also the last year of the Wii U's life cycle. Oh, no. The year before. My bad. The year before. I forgot the Wii U lasted from 2012 to 2017. People think it's a failure of a console, but I disagree. Just because sales weren't the best, it had its full length of 5 years and had a fantastic library to boot. This was one of my favorites on the system, for good reason. Star Fox Zero for the Wii U, and this is the one that comes bundled with Star Fox Guard. The box is beautiful. I love the packaging a lot on this. I got this midnight launch. I have it on my YouTube channel that I unboxed, and there's so many ways to play controller-wise. And what's amazing is how visually this game looks. They did a fantastic job. Nintendo and Platinum Games did a fantastic job with this game. The voice cast was absolutely perfect, just like how corny it was on the old games. I also like the little Easter egg with Peppy Hair, if you haven't seen a completionist video on it. I personally love this game. The controls weren't really too much of an issue. Once I got used to it, I got used to it. And what's more fun is actually the 2-player mode. At first, I honestly thought that was just another way, like, oh cool, here's an assist, like Super Mario Galaxy or Galaxy 2 or Odyssey. I don't really care for that kind of assist, but this actually makes the game even more fun. One person controls the R-wing, not the R-ship, the R-wing, and is it Star Wing, isn't it? Why am I not able to talk? R-wing, it is R-wing, I knew it. But one is able to control the motion of the R-wing, or no, the motion, how you move the R-wing around to fly around. While the other person with the gamepad gets the motion controls to use the cockpit view to fire at the enemies. And it's actually a very fun game to play cooperative mode, because me and my friend played it for at least a good hour and a half to 2 hours just having fun. And this game is visually beautiful, just absolutely fun. It's a good retelling of the series too, and also for $60 you get 2 games. It's honestly a great deal. If you have a Wii U and you like Star Fox, perfect game to get. But that's my top 10 lists for most underrated games, personally to me. What did you think of this video? I know it's about a half hour long, but I wanted to give out all the information as I possibly could. I could talk a lot easier than I did back in just 2016. Especially, oh come on. I really, really enjoyed all those games, and I still have fun with every single one of them. What are your top 10 most underrated video games? From your least to your... Okay, either way doesn't matter. It's just, I want to see what you guys think of either my list and also your list of what you think was from your most underrated game by either reviews, by critics, or by fans. And there was some other games I wanted to put in, like Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Smash Bros. Brawl did really well in sales, and a lot of people liked it. But most of them hated it because of the tripping effect and how slow-paced it was compared to Melee. But I think it was actually a bit of an upgrade. I really preferred it a little bit slower paced, and I think Smash 4 did it perfectly. But tell me your list. I would really like to know. See you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed this video, and God bless to all.